All right, folks, I'm going to go ahead and mute you guys and we'll start in 2 minutes.
Mom, look. Cute.
All right, folks, so go ahead and make your way into child's pose on your mat. Allow your knees to be nice and wide and your big toes to touch. And just sink your hips down to your heels. Let your heart sink down to the earth. Let your forehead and third eye rest down to the earth. And just start to feel your body settling in here. Take any movement here that's going to allow you to settle a little bit more comfortably. Sometimes just moving the hips or the ribs or the arms or the head around as if you're kind of snuggling down into the earth. Coming into this place within yourself. This pose tends to be a really nice introspective place to start. So allow yourself to come right into your body and start to feel yourself on the earth. Start to feel the shin bones and the tops of the feet. Start to feel the ribs against your thighs. And the heart as it's dropping to the earth, the arm bones resting on the earth. Whatever part of the head is resting, forehead, third eye. And then just start to notice your breath. Begin to feel that breath come into the back of the body. Starting to feel the rise and fall of the sacrum or the back body. That expansion as you inhale. And then feel the breath move up along the spine into your ribs and onto the back of the heart. And as you exhale, start to feel a little softening, letting the heart drop a little bit deeper, feeling the ribs draw together, allowing them to come a little closer to your thighs, feeling your belly draw in, making a little more space for your hips to drop. And if you're ready, start to come into that Ujjayi breath, that slight constriction at the base of the throat, allowing you to perhaps even hear your own breath. But more importantly, it's just that lengthening and deepening of the breath. Feeling that vibration at the back of the throat. It's that similar sensation as if you're fogging up a mirror, that. And as you become more comfortable with that breath, it comes in and out through the nose. Take a few more breaths, really amping up into the back body. Now we're going to start to feel into the side body. So as you inhale, start to feel your waist expand out side to side, your ribs expand out side to side. And exhale and draw into the midline. And then bring the breath into the front of the body. So as you inhale, feel that expansion in the belly. Feel that expansion in the rib cage. And even feel that in the heart and in the collarbones. And exhale, soften collarbones, ribs, and draw the belly in. And then feel that full 360-degree expansion as you breathe. Expanding front to back and top to bottom and side to side and getting that breath as full and as big as you can. Starting to fill up your body with that new oxygen, that prana, that life force energy, and starting to release and exhale all of the stuff that's no longer serving you, that stagnant energy. And starting to let all that tension begin to uncoil and unfurl from the body. And then take a moment here to just set any intentions you want to set for your practice. And once you have that intention, go ahead and walk your hands towards one another so that the palms are touching. Take an inhale, press a little bit into the palms, and then on the exhale, lift the elbows, or excuse me, lift the forearms and the fingertips so you're bending at the elbows, and just let the thumbs drop to the nape of the neck. And breathe here for a moment. And then on the inhale, let the hands extend forward, separate them once again, shoulder distance, walk them out further in front of you and tent up onto your fingertips. Lift your wrists and your elbows now off the earth and spin the biceps up towards the sky. So the triceps are wrapping in towards one another. You start to charge your fingertips into the mat and feel your arms turn on. Bring that breath across the upper back and shoulders. And then as you inhale, walk your arms out to the left. And then once you feel that extension in the right side body, walk your hands further away from your shoulders. Take a big inhale, stretch, especially into that right side body, feeling the rib cage balloon out. And then as you exhale, soften your right shoulder towards the earth, your right ribs, your right belly, and then the right sit bone anchors down. And then another big inhale to open up that side body. Keep the left arms stretching forward too, so really both sides of the waist are long here, but you're feeling it primarily in that right rib. Then on the inhale, walk yourself back through center. Take yourself up and over to the right. Again, inhale, walk your hands away. Exhale, roll the left shoulder, tricep, ribs, waist, hip down towards the earth. Inhale, balloon out to your left side. Feel that nice long stretch in the side body. Getting into the intercostals, those muscles between the ribs. And exhale, soften one more time. And then inhale, come back up to center. From here, go ahead and lift yourself into tabletop. Walk the knees right back under the hips. Set the wrists right under the shoulders. Create that connection between your hands and the earth, feeling the palms or the arches of the hands lift just slightly. So really anchor through the whole hand, fingertips, base of the knuckles, spin the biceps forward, pull the ribs in the belly in, get long in the back of the neck, and then take the feet and step them back into a high plank. Getting long through the legs and the spine. At any point, the knees can come down to support your high plank. And if you're okay with it, you're holding steady in this high plank. Charge the legs, spin the inner thighs up, lift the navel up, lift the front ribs to the back. And then feel for isometrically drawing the toes to the heels of the hands and vice versa. And feel for lengthening your tailbone to the heels of the feet. We're going to be here for about 4 more breaths. So right away, just getting into this charging up of the entire body. See if you can come back into that fluid Ujjayi breath that you were working with in your child's pose. Can you find it in this more active, challenging pose? When you soften the jaw, soften the gaze, soften that space between the eyebrows. One more breath. And then go ahead and set your knees down. Pull the belly in. Inhale, lengthen your heart forward and draw the shoulders back. Elbows are going to brush right into the ribs. We're going to lower slowly, bringing our heart forward as we come down for 5. Come down for 4. 3, we're just above. 2, shoulders and elbows in line and all the way down. Uncurl the toes and reach them back. And then on the inhale, press the hands in the mat, drag your heart forward, lift up into a baby cobra. Just let the back of the neck be long. Really nice and easy here, just gently turning on the back. And then on the exhale, you're gonna press your hands and your knees, lift your navel right back up, tabletop. Bring the knees back under the hips, the wrists back under the shoulders, and then find your cat-cow. Inhale, tailbone, heart, crown lift. Exhale, tailbone, heart, and crown curl. Start to find your breath here. Start to connect that movement with the breath. The inhale, opening the front of the body. The exhale, rounding and opening the back of the body. And then close the eyes and let the body move in whatever way feels good here. Ribs moving, maybe you stretch out the wrists and turn the hands over and take a cat-cow. Maybe you're circling the ribs all the way around as if you were scooping peanut butter out of a jar. Make sure to go both directions if you're doing that movement. Just really moving in whatever way feels good for you this morning. Then we'll return to neutral. Take an inhale here, recreate that length and that support in the core. So cinching everything in like you have a corset around your core, holding your organs in. One more time, step back into that high plank. I lied, this is probably not one more time. But here we are. In that steady breath. And then exhale this time, downward facing dog. Triceps wrap in, heart presses back. Hands and feet anchor evenly into the earth. You can take some movement here, pedaling out the heel, moving the head around, whatever feels good. We're going to inhale, roll up through the feet and the ankles, land back to that high plank. See, not the last time. I apologize. We will probably do many planks today. From here, set the knees down. Take the elbows out in front of the shoulders. So you're pretty long here. Your hips are going to end up landing over your knees. Your palms are touching. The elbows are about shoulder, maybe slightly narrower distance. Take an inhale, get long in your spine, and then on the exhale, melt the heart, melt the forehead down. Keep the hips over the knees this time, so longer than we did in our child's pose. And then with that energy right between the palms of the hands, take an inhale, lift your forearms and your fingertips up. This should be a little deeper in that upper back. And then again, pull your belly in so you're not totally dumping into the low back, but you want that low back long. And you're scooping your heart to the earth, really trying to open the upper back, the triceps, and the heart center. Deep breath here. And then on the exhale, release the hands down. Slide yourself forward so you land right on your belly. The forearms or the elbows are under the shoulders and the forearms are parallel, Sphinx pose. Anchor into those forearms and palms and drag your heart forward and up and your shoulders back and down. Exhale, pull your ribs up, lift your navel, lift your hips and lift your thighs. Think forearm plank but on the knees. Now take your bottom ribs, curl them down to your hips. Take your hips and curl them up to your bottom ribs and draw your belly in. Good. Hold here and breathe. Steady in this forearm plank. Again, drop back into that Ujjayi breath. See if you can find it here. Deep breaths. You've got 2 more breaths. I'm not forgetting about you. You're almost there. And then lower the thighs, the hips, the belly, and the low ribs, and inhale up the heart. Good. From here, lower to the belly. Set the hands so that the wrists are pretty much under the elbows. Feel your shoulders lift away from the floor and then squeeze your elbows together and back a little bit. You should feel your upper back turn on here. Take an inhale, and on the exhale, feel your navel lift. Press in your hands, press into your knees, tabletop. So nice steady lift. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look to your hands, and as you exhale, take a nice slow walk to the top of the mat, landing with the feet hip distance and parallel. Once you land here, just rock a little front to back from the toes to the heels until you settle evenly in that tripod at the base of both feet. And then soften your knees, take your hands to your thighs, and inhale, feel that extension in the spine. Ribs are in, heart is forward. Exhale and let yourself hang here. Let the head hang, bend the knees as much as you need to feel supported, and then let your upper body sway side to side as if you're painting this big rainbow across the top of the mat. The head is heavy. The whole upper body is fluid. And then right back to center. Bend the knees, draw the belly in a lot, and inhale, roll yourself to stand. Let the head and the neck be the last thing that comes up. Roll the shoulders back and down, spin the palms forward, and just take a moment here with the eyes closed. Mountain pose, Namaste Tiki Ready pose. Feel into your feet. Feel that sensation of grounding down into the earth. Feel the arches of the feet lift. Sometimes it helps to lift the toes to find that. Feel the kneecaps lift. Feel your pelvic floor lift, your low belly. Your heart lift and the crown of the head lift. Getting nice and tall, and as you exhale, the shoulders continue to drop. The tailbone anchor down. The feet anchor down. And then come into that full 360-degree breath. Come back to your intention. Feel that stability and strength and foundation in your legs. Feel that space, that ability to expand and lengthen in the rest of the body. And then on the inhale, go ahead and sweep the arms up, rise up to an extended mountain. Feel your side body get nice and long here. Spread your fingers. Maybe look up to your fingers if that feels good on the neck. And if it doesn't, head is staying neutral, gaze is neutral. Soften the knees and then hinge at the hips and exhale, forward fold. You can swan dive your hands or you can bring them down through center, either way. Inhale, find that half lift again. Really coming up halfway so that we're starting to turn on our back muscles in the back of our legs and our glutes here. Hamstrings and glutes turned up. And then exhale, set the hands down, release the head and the neck. 2 more like that. Inhale, come up. Hands can be as light as they want or as heavy and supportive as they want. But you want to feel this part of your body. Turn on hamstrings. Exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale. Really extend. And then on the exhale, set the hands down, step it back to down dog. Right away in your down dog, the triceps are wrapping in, the hands and the feet are pressing down, and the tailbone's lifting high. From here, inhale, take your right leg, reach it back and up with hips staying square, so the inner thighs rolling up, press that left heel a little bit more to the earth, press your thigh a little bit, or your chest a little more to your thigh. And then on the exhale, bring the knee to the forehead and the navel to the spine and round in, curl in, and inhale. Stretch it back again. And then exhale, same thing, knee to the forehead. Try and kiss your knee. Look to your right thumb, set your foot there. Left knee comes down, low lunge, uncurl the toes and anchor that back shin. Inhale, rise up. Right away, feel that foundation in the back shin and top of the back foot and the front foot. Feel for drawing them towards one another as if you were scissoring your inner thighs together. And then as you do that, feel your pelvic floor and your low belly lift, which is gonna then lengthen your tailbone. So we have a nice long supported back, low back especially. And then opening that left hip flexor here. From here, bend your left elbow into a half archer. Wrap the tricep in and let the right hand just rest on the elbow. Tricep wraps in and then head presses back into the forearm. So if you were here for Sunday, a lot of this will be similar and we're gonna be adding on. From here, big inhale into that left side body. Keep all of that foundation you created in the legs and in the core. Chin parallel to the earth. Breath steady and fluid. Gaze soft but focused. And then inhale, let the arms rise back up. Take that right hand, wrap the left wrist, reach it up and take it over to the right. As if you're reaching over that right hip. Fingers are spreading, palm is down. You're using that right hand to get length and a little bit of a fold here. Beautiful. And then inhale and unwind that, separate the hands. Exhale, the hands land right under the shoulders. Fingertips, blocks, palms, whatever works. Curl the left toes under. Make sure your right knee stacked directly above your ankle and then just lift that left knee up. So you land in a runner's lunge. And if this doesn't work for you, keep the knee down, totally fine. Otherwise, you're starting to create a little bit of strength now here. Lift your belly. Keep that pelvic floor lifted. Just breathe here for a moment. From here, left hand's gonna stay under the left shoulder. Inhale, float your right arm up. As you do that, draw the shoulders from the ears, draw the outer right hip back just a little bit, and keep the back of the left thigh lifted. Press down into the earth, reach up for the sky. And then exhale, set that hand down, high plank. Hold and breathe here. On the exhale, we're gonna lower down slowly. Again, take your knees down for that support. Shoulders back and elbows in. If you don't want your knees to come down, make sure you're in a flat board, landing through chaturanga. So 5, 4, 3, and 2. Your shoulders and elbows will be in line and all the way to the belly. Very nice. Uncurl the feet, anchor the feet. Inhale, find that baby cobra again. Shoulders back and elbows in. And then inhale and lift up a tiny bit more. Lift your belly so you're not pressing the belly into the earth to lift, but you're using the strength of your tail to lift you in your core. And then see if you can hover your hands staying at that height. And then exhale, lower the forehead down, elbows still over those wrists. Inhale, curl your toes under. Draw the elbows back and the shoulders down. And then on the exhale, either press through your hands and your knees or press through your toes and your hands. High plank to down dog or tabletop to down dog. Relax the head here. Inhale, left leg rises, hip stays squared. Press the chest to the thigh. Press the right heel directly behind the toes. The whole back of that right leg open. And then exhale, knee into the forehead, round in. And inhale, stretch that leg back and up. And again, exhale, knee to the forehead, round in. Look to your left thumb, set your foot there. Right knee comes down. Inhale, rise up, low lunge. Right away, you're creating that foundation, back shin, front foot, and drawing them together. Feeling that lift in the belly. Find your breath here. Feel that length in the side body, and then bend the right elbow and sit the left hand on top. Wrap the tricep in, take the chin parallel to the floor, and that equal and opposite energy between the forearm and the back of the head. Relax your jaw here. And then inhale and extend the arms. Left hand grabs that right wrist. Stretch it up as you inhale, and as you exhale, take it over to the left. Reach to the left. Use that left hand to extend and open that whole right side body. Keep the belly strong here. Beautiful, and then inhale and unwind, separate the hands. Exhale, set them right under your shoulders. Curl the right toes under. Again, make sure left knee and ankle are stacking. And then exhale to your runner's lunge. Back of the right thigh lifted, outer left hip drawing back. From here, right hand stays under the shoulder. Inhale, left arm floats up, easy twist, shoulders back. Thigh lifted, belly lifted, rolling the ribs open. From here, we're gonna exhale, set that hand down, and just take your back foot, step it all the way forward, hip distance again. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold. This time, either bend the knees and roll up, or take the hands to the hips. Inhale, come into that half lift, and then come all the way up. Take the arms up, extended, mountain. Or right back in, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. From here, inhale, right leg rises. Hip stays squared. Exhale, right knee to the outer right shoulder, tricep, elbow. As high as you can get it, squeeze that side body. Inhale, take it back and up. Exhale, same thing. Hug it in, but now look to the pinky side of the hand and set your foot there. Go ahead and set your left knee down. Uncurl the toes. Turn the right toes at a diagonal to the right. Lift and spread all 5 toes. And then roll to the outer edge of that right foot, letting the knee drop open. Really active in your foot to support your knee here. Inhale, lift and lengthen the heart. And then on the exhale, start to spin your heart open. Take the right hand onto the thigh and just gently drag it forward and away from you. And then inhale and reach that right arm straight to the sky. Draw the left shoulder out of the ear. So it's like you're lifting your ribs. And then exhale and set that right hand to the back of your left thigh. Maybe stay here or look back. Curl that foot up. Maybe stay here or grab the outer edge of the foot and start to draw it in. Heart lift, shoulders draw back, and elbows tuck together. Beautiful. From here, release this foot without letting it slingshot. Bring that right arm all the way back up and around. It lands right back under your shoulder. Toes turn back in, left toes curl under. We're going back into 3-legged dog. Take an inhale here, and on the exhale, just start by lifting your left knee so you're in a wide runner's lunge. Let your body move a little front to back or side to side or circle in that hip. Inhale here, and then on the exhale, that right leg floats back and up. 3-legged dog. This time, roll your right hip and stack it on top of your left. Lift that right leg high, bend the knee, and drop it towards that left shoulder. And then inhale, extend the leg. Exhale, square the hip. From here, set the foot down. Inhale, forward to high plank. We're lowering slowly again with or without the knee. Shoulders back, elbows in. 5, 4, 3, 2, pause. And all the way to the belly. From here, take the hands, interlace them behind the back. Take the toes, extend them and anchor them. Heart comes forward as you inhale. Shoulders lift. All the way up. Knuckles reach back and up. Neck is long. It's like you're reaching your knuckles away from the crown of the head. The crown of the head away from the knuckles and the heart and the heels. And then lower down. Again, set the elbows over the wrist. Draw them in, lift the shoulders. Curl the toes under on the inhale. Exhale, either push through hands and knees or hands and toes. Land, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, left knee, outer left tricep, shoulder, elbow. Inhale, take it back and up. Same thing. Exhale, draw it to the outer left. Look to the pinky, set the foot there. Right knee sets down, so you're nice and long here. Inhale, lift the heart, turn the toes out, flex them, and drop the knee open a little bit. Take a moment to settle into this. Feel that hip nice and open. And then inhale, lengthens you, and as you exhale, start to spin your ribs open. Take that left hand onto your thigh, drag it forward and away from you. Lean back a little bit. And then inhale, float your left arm up. Right hands pressing down, right shoulders drawing from the ear, left arm stretching to the sky as the right ribs drop. And then exhale to the back of that right thigh. Maybe stay here or curl that back foot up and grab it. Again, inhale, the heart lifts, shoulders roll open and elbows tuck in. All 10 toes are spreading apart. And then gently release that foot. Let that left arm spin all the way back around under the shoulder. Turn the left toes forward, curl the right toes under. Make sure your wrists are under your shoulders. Inhale, get long. Exhale, lift the knee. Nice wide runner's lunge. Again, take some movement here or stay still, whatever feels appropriate. Nice work, you guys. Stay in that breath. We'll have a little break after this. Take an inhale, and on the exhale, 3-legged dog. Send that left leg back and up. Now wrap the triceps and lift the leg high and spin the hip open. Lift the leg even higher and bend the knee. Good, and then press into your right arm so you're not collapsing in that shoulder. Shoulders are squared back, right heel is behind your right toes. And then extend the leg, square the hip, and send it down. Inhale, forward, high plank. Lower down again with or without the knees. 5, 4, 3, 2, all the way down. From here, Sphinx pose. Inhale, heart forward and shoulders back. Exhale, ribs, navel, hips, thighs lift. Find that little mini cat back. Stay here, or this time curl the toes under. Lift the knees for your forearm plank. Charge the legs. Pull the core to the midline. Let the neck be long so you're neither lifting the chin nor dropping it. Squeeze those elbows towards one another. Stay with the breath. Your knees can always stay on the ground. 2 more breaths. On the exhale, set your knees down, your thighs down, your ribs, or your belly, your ribs, and inhale, lift your heart. On the exhale, slide to the belly, set the hands down. We're gonna press everyone through hands and knees on the exhale. Take an inhale, exhale, press your hands and your knees. Keep the knees together and sink back into embryo. Let the arms come back one at a time. Let the shoulders drape over the knees. Let the head drop to the earth. Breathe across your back. And then take your hands and curl the thumb in. Wrap your knuckles around your thumb and curl all the knuckles in toward your forearm. A little stretch for your wrists here. Release the hands. Set them out in front of you as you inhale. Lift up to tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay. From here, let's go ahead and set our knees down. Set your elbows down. We're gonna move into dolphin pose. So if dolphin is not feeling like your jam this morning, you're right where we were before in this dolphin prep. Your forearms can be down or they can be up. If you're wanting to move into dolphin, couple of options. Make sure your elbows are under your shoulders. You can, if you're newer to dolphin or shoulders are tight, interlace those hands. That's gonna help keep the elbows more in alignment. So you wanna keep the elbows under the shoulders. Or you can work with the forearms parallel either way, but our tendency is to then just let those hands drift in towards one another. If that happens, then just come down and interlace. So take an inhale and breathe into the back of the heart. Get nice and broad there. Now on the exhale, curl the toes under, lift your knees up. Think down dog on your forearms. Head is off the ground. Hips are starting to stack over the shoulders. Shoulders are starting to stack over the elbows. And we're here for about 5 breaths. See if you can drop into that steady inhale and exhale. That Ujjayi breath, even in this challenging pose. Hold steady. Let the neck soften. Let the jaw soften. Press to your forearms and lift out of your shoulders. Have a couple more breaths. At any point, you come right down and rest in embryo. Otherwise, 2 more breaths here. And then everyone, go ahead and set your knees down, uncurl the toes, hips to the heels, arms come back once again, embryo pose. From here, grab onto your heels. Take an inhale and lift your torso a little bit so you can tuck your chin right into your chest and tuck your forehead towards your knees for rabbit pose. And then on the exhale, let the top of the head back come back down to the earth and lift your hips, keeping a hold of your feet. There should be no pain in your neck whatsoever. There's barely any pressure in your head.
My computer screen.
You're using that breath.
I don't do it very well in the office, so I have to take the
really
phone.
Fill up the breath here.
Because it's
Soften the hips back to the heels. Inhale, extend the arms forward. Exhale, make your way back to downward facing dog.
Well,
good. Sorry, somebody came unmuted. Okay. So hold in down dog. You can stay here for 3 breaths. You can make your way to child's pose. You choose. Next inhale. Go ahead and make your way to down dog if you're not already there. The bottom of the exhale, look to the hands, step, walk, or float the feet forward. Holy moly. Go ahead and inhale, lengthen halfway up. That's gorgeous. Exhale and fold all the way down. Inhale. Come all the way up to stand, extended mountain, lift the heart, lift the gaze. Exhale, hands to the heart, non-jolly mudra. Bring the big toes to touch, separate the heels, take a moment here. Thumbs right at the heart. Feeling your feet on the earth. Feeling that heartbeat right at the thumbs. Feeling that intention. That rooting into the earth. Okay, go ahead and open the eyes. Take an inhale, stretch up tall, lift your heart, lift your gaze, lift your arms, open the whole front of the body. Keep the legs supercharged, the belly supercharged to lift up here. And then on the exhale, we're gonna fold, hinge at the hips, come all the way down. Take the fingertips to the outer edges of the feet. And then on the inhale, lengthen your heart, and on the exhale, sit your bum down. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the arms, come into chair pose. And then on the exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen, and on the exhale, we're gonna go back to down dog. You better hold on. Inhale, take your right leg, reach it back and up. Exhale, it's gonna come all the way through for warrior 2. I can't do this if you want me to. Okay. So find warrior 2, front heel and back arch lined up. Extend the arms. Line that front knee right up over your second and third toe. Extend those arms. Shoulders land right over the hips. Good. Lift your pelvic floor, lift your belly, lift your heart. From here, turn the palms forward. Take an inhale, and on the exhale, bring your left arm on top of your right for eagle. You can grab your shoulders. You can wrap thumb and pinky or palm to palm. Take an inhale here. Lift those elbows, drop those shoulders. And then on the exhale, we're gonna spin towards that front thigh. Keep your warrior 2 legs, inhale. And on the exhale, let yourself drop in. Good. Take another breath here. If you're feeling open in those hips, you can spin to the middle of the legs. And go ahead and unwind the arms, take them out of diagonal towards that left corner of the mat. Big inhale, and on the exhale, out through the mouth. From here, spin around to the front of the mat, come to the toes of the back foot so you're back in that runner's lunge. Exhale, take it back to high plank. Take an inhale, and on the exhale, lower down to your belly. Let's squish you. Elbows back under the shoulders, Sphinx pose. From here, okay, you gotta move. Turn your right forearm parallel to the top of the mat and roll onto your right hip. Lift out of your shoulder, lift your ribs, sink your hips and your ribs away from one another. Flex all 10 toes. Okay. From here, take this front hand, the left hand, use it as a kickstand. Your top leg, left leg is gonna step behind you as a little kickstand. You might stay right here. Or inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, press into your forearm, your hand, and your outer edge of your foot and lift your hip. You might stay here. You might slide that top leg long. You might stay here. You might reach that arm up. Side forearm plank. Breathe here. And then on the exhale, keep that arm lifted, but slowly lower the hip down. Take an inhale, lift out of the shoulder like you're trying to lift that top rib away from your hip. And then exhale and reach your left hand to your feet. Keep the belly strong here. Drag out of those ribs. And then exhale, set the hand down to kickstand, roll you to your belly. Hands under wrists under the elbows. Inhale here. Exhale through tabletop to down dog, through chaturanga to down dog. Either way, land in downward facing dog. Okay. From down dog. Inhale, lift your left leg, reach it back and up. Just hang on. Exhale, bring it all the way between the hands for warrior two. Spin the right heel down, open up. Hips facing the long side of the mat. Knee opening over the second and third toe. Good, and breathing. Turn the palms forward, inhale. Exhale, take your right arm on top of your left for eagle, wrap them around. Squeeze the elbows together and forward. The palms move away from the face, the shoulders drop out of the ears. Inhale here, and then on the exhale, spin towards that front thigh and fold in. And then again, you can stay right here, let those arms be heavy, or you can spin towards the middle of the legs. Let your head be heavy, let your arms be heavy. And then unwind the arms, walk them at a diagonal. Tent up onto your fingertips, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, out the mouth. From here, spin around to the front. Spin to the toes of the back foot. Runner's lunge. High plank. Don't do that, I'm gonna come underneath. Inhale here. Exhale, lower to your belly. Slide your elbows under your shoulders. Sphinx pose to start with. Bring the left arm parallel to the top of the mat. Spin onto your left hip. Right hand kickstands. Flex all 10 toes. Again, press in your forearm. Lift out of those left ribs. Let the neck be long. Stay here for a moment, just feeling that opening in the side. And then take that top leg, step it behind you to kickstand you. Inhale, lift long. Exhale, press into the foot, press into the forearm. Stay here or extend that leg, stack it. Stay here or extend that arm. Hold and breathe. Deep breaths. You're going to keep the arm extended. On the exhale, you're going to lower down through the legs till you come to the hip. Inhale, press into the forearm, lift up again as if someone were pulling that right arm up. And then on the exhale, reach towards the feet. Keep the belly strong so you're feeling the whole left waist open up. And then go ahead and exhale, set that hand down, roll back onto your belly. Elbows land above the wrists. Inhale here, exhale, make your way to down dog. Hold steady in down dog. We're gonna hold here for about 4 breaths. Let the head and neck be nice and heavy. Okay. Inhale, look to the hands. The bottom of the exhale, step, walk, or flip the feet forward. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sit down into chair. Lift the heart. Exhale, sit a little deeper. Inhale, stand all the way up. Back into that extended mountain. Lift the heart. Lift the gaze. Open up. Exhale. Hands to the heart. Take a breath here. From here, inhale, take the arms all the way up. As you do that, bring your left knee up in front of you. Hover here, open the arms wide. And on the exhale, take your right arm over your left for eagle arms again. This time, start to sit into that right leg. Take the left leg, cross it over. Your toes can come to the ground. They can hover or they can wrap for eagle. Sit down into this. Lift the elbows, draw the hands, square the hips and the shoulders forward. Breathe here. And then on the inhale, unwind everything. Come right back where you started. Arms extended, knee extended. 1 breath, exhale. Kick that leg out in front of you. Try and stay nice and upright. Hold and breathe. And exhale. Set the knee down. Set the hands down. Other side. Inhale, arms up, right knee hovers. Start to exhale, sit into that left knee like you're going into chair. Cross that leg high over. Either toes come to the ground, foot hovers, or wrap. Inhale, take the arms wide. Right arm over the left. Find that eagle arms. Sit down. Lift the elbows. Hands move away from the face. Steady here. Shoulders, hips squaring forward. And then on the inhale, everything unwinds. And on the exhale, kick that foot forward. Hold it steady. Breathe. And bend the knee, set it down, hands to the heart. Close the eyes for a moment and just feel. Feel that pulsing, whatever sensations you're feeling in your body. That feeling of aliveness, that beat of your heart, maybe even a little sweat on your skin. And then go ahead and inhale, open the eyes, sweep the arms, rise up. Exhale and fold all the way down. Let the feet be hip distance if they're not already there. Let the head and neck release. Let the arms rest in the elbow creases. Soften the knees and sway yourself side to side. And then release the hands down. Take an inhale, lengthen halfway up, and exhale, land back to high plank. This will be your last high plank. Take an inhale here. Use your knees or not, the lower all the way to the belly. Okay. From here, take your right arm out to the side and kind of at a diagonal from your shoulder, so it's just above the shoulder. You're going to come onto your right ear, and your left hand's going to be a kickstand. Ankles are together. Roll onto your right hip. And then press your right arm into the mat so that your right shoulder lifts a little bit. You might stay here, or you might take this top leg and set it behind you and roll open. But keep pressing this right arm down. And you might keep this left hand as a kickstand, or you might reach it up and drop it back. Energy through that whole right arm. And then bring that left arm back up. Set it to kickstand you. Release the left leg. Roll to the belly. Other side. Set that left arm up so that you can see that it's gently or slightly above the shoulder. Right hand's going to come into kickstand. Roll onto the left ear. Press your left arm down. Feel that shoulder lift. Right leg can come behind you and open you up a little bit more. Right arm can come up and drop behind. But again, feel that left arm press down and the shoulder lift away from the floor. The tendency when we're shoulder opening is to want to roll those shoulders forward. We want to roll them back and down. And then exhale, bring that right hand to kickstand. Bring that right foot and roll back to your belly. Hands come down, take an inhale. Exhale, press up to tabletop. Restack your knees under your hips and wrists under the shoulders. Take some movement here. It can be a cat-cow or it can be any movement that feels good, but stay in your breath. And gently moving here. And then we're going to take this the other direction. So come to your neutral spine here. Inhale long, core is engaged. And then on the inhale, float your left arm up. And on the exhale, thread it through. Coming onto the back of the arm now in the side of the left side of the head. Now press the back of the arm into the mat. Use your right hand to kickstand. Maybe send your right leg back, heel pressing back, and spin open. Again, pressing that left arm down is going to really open the shoulder blade. And then if the knee is up, set it down. Go ahead and press into that right hand and inhale, float your left arm up. And exhale, set it right down. Other side, inhale, float that right arm up. And exhale, thread it through. Once you land down to the earth, press the back of the left hand down, right hand down, left hand's kickstanding, and then send your left leg back. Really send that breath through your shoulder blades. And then if the knee is up, set it down. Left hand helps you up. Inhale, float that right arm up. Exhale, set it down. Take another bit of movement here, cat-cow, rounding the spine or the head. 2 breaths. And then inhale, neutral. Curl the toes under, roll over your feet, and come into a squat. Find balance on the feet. If it feels okay, take the hands to the heart and just balance for a moment. And then from here, open the knees, extend the arms, or take your hands behind you. We're gonna sit down, so help yourself to sit. And then from here, extend your legs long, so you're probably at the back of your mat like I am. That's okay, we're gonna move forward. Hands are gonna come, fingers pointing forward, shoulders rolling back, feet active. Take an inhale here. And on the exhale, press in your heels, lift your hips, so your knees come over your ankles, and your shoulders are over your wrists. And then very gently, you're gonna start to bring your hips a little closer to your heels. Go only as much as feels good on the shoulders. Gently set them down. Lift your heart, press into your palms. If this is too much, bring your hands closer to your hips. Extend the legs again. Release the tension on that. Inhale, take the arms up. And then on the exhale, lower the arms down, pull the belly in, and roll yourself all the way down onto the earth. Inhale, stretch the arms long, stretch the legs long. And then on the exhale, hug your right knee right in towards your right shoulder. Keep the left leg active and pressing away. And then take that knee and windshield wiper it left to right. And then bring it back over towards the right shoulder. Hang on. Take the right hand to the back of the right thigh so that the right sole of the foot can face the sky, like you're going into a happy baby. And then left hand's gonna hold the thigh, right hand's gonna slide up the calf, maybe to the outer ankle, or maybe even to the outer edge of the foot, and drop the knee towards the armpit. Now, left leg can be extended, or it may need to bend to get that, and that's okay too. Either way, send your outer right hip away from your shoulder. And breathe here. And then if your left knee's not bent, go ahead and bring it in so the foot's flat. Let this right ankle cross right over the left knee for a figure 4. Flex the foot, draw the left knee towards you, and press the right knee away from you. And breathe. Good, and then set your left foot down, slide your right knee to stack right on top of your left, extend the arms, inhale. Pick up the hips and slide them over to the right, and then on the exhale, drop the knees to the left and find a little spinal twist here. If you have another spinal twist that's your favorite, feel free to take that. Anchor the back of the right shoulder down, maybe even take the gaze to the right arm, and breathe. And then inhale and unwind that, realign the hips, extend the right leg up and all the way down, and then hug the left knee into the left shoulder. Keep that right leg really active, and then windshield wiper, left to right, left to right. And then bring that knee back over to the left shoulder. Take the right hand, we'll set it up more efficiently, to the back of the right thigh, and let the left sole of the foot face the ceiling. And this might be your pose. Or slide the left hand up and see where it makes contact. Maybe it even grabs the outer edge of the foot. And then the knee comes towards the armpit, and the right hand can transfer to the right thigh to help it anchor down. And again, that right knee can be bent for a little less tension. And then breathe here. Jaw is relaxed, gaze is soft. Muscles in the face are soft. And then go ahead and bend that right knee if it's not already there. Send the left ankle, cross it over for figure 4, and hug that right knee towards you. You can hold behind the thigh or around the knee. Flex your left foot as you send your left knee away. And breathe here. And then release your right foot down. Release the arms out into a T and slide your left knee to stack on top of the right. Take the hips to the left just a little bit. You land on that right bum cheek, and then on the exhale, drop the knees to the right. Take the gaze to the left. And if that doesn't feel good on the head, gaze can be up at the ceiling, whatever does feel good. Think about sending your left hip away from your chest. Letting the inner thighs gently squeeze together. And then inhale and unwind that. Realign the hips to neutral. Uncross the leg. And go ahead and set it down. And then bring both knees in to the shoulders so your knees come wide. And again, rock side to side with wide knees. From here, we're going to come into full happy baby. So options again, hold the backs of the thighs, let the soles of the feet face up. So you want your tailbone on the ground. Maybe you can grab onto your shins or your ankles or the outer edges of the feet. Keep sending your tailbone long. Press your feet into your hands and your hands into your feet. Take a big inhale through the nose and exhale out the mouth. And then bring the soles of the feet together for Baddha Konasana, as if you're drawing those feet towards your belly button, and then gently let them release all the way to the floor in a nice loose cactus. Take a big inhale through the nose and exhale it out the mouth. One more big inhale through the nose. And exhale out the mouth. And then release your legs into your Shavasana, your final resting pose. Relax the arms down. And maybe either bring both hands to your heart or one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. And we're going to bring a little bit of control to your breath before we fully surrender into our Shavasana. So we're going to inhale for a count of 4, hold for a count of 2, exhale for a count of 6, hold for a count of 2, and keep going. And I'm going to cue us through that. So take a full inhale to begin. Take a full exhale and empty out. And then breath will be in and out through the nose. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold full. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold empty. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold full. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold empty. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold full. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold empty. 2 more rounds. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold full. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold empty. Last one. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep going. Sip in a little bit more. Sip in as much air as you can. Then soften your throat, soften your jaw. And as if you're deflating a balloon, slowly exhale, let it out the mouth. As you do that, feel your arms soften down by your side. Feel your body grow heavier to the earth. Feel everything let go. That full deflation, letting all of the effort go in the breath, in the body, in the mind, and letting your whole being just rest. Heavy on the earth. Feeling that sensation of being held completely and fully. The Journey by Mary Oliver. One day you finally knew what you had to do and began. Though the voices around you kept shouting their bad advice. Though the whole house began to tremble and you felt the old tug at your ankles. Mend my life, each voice cried, but you didn't stop. You knew what you had to do, though the wind pried with its stiff fingers at the very foundations. Though their melancholy was terrible, it was already late enough, and a wild night and the road full of fallen branches and stones. But little by little, as you left their voice behind, the stars began to burn through the sheets of clouds, and there was a new voice, which you slowly recognized as your own, that kept you company as you strode deeper and deeper into the world, determined to do the only thing you could do, determined to save the only life that you could save. If you wish to stay in Shavasana, stay just as you are. If you're ready to begin transitioning, just start by noticing your body on the earth. Feeling the sensations in the body, noticing any shifts in energy. And starting to feel the breath come into the body a little deeper. Beginning to feel the rise and fall of the belly once again. And when you're ready, start to bring some movement back through the fingers and perhaps the toes. Letting one hand once again come to rest on the heart and the other come to rest on the belly as you feel this connection with yourself. You send yourself love and gratitude. Feel that deep sense of compassion and respect for who you are, for this journey that you're on. May we be at peace. May our hearts remain open. May we be awakened to the light of our true nature. May we be healed. May we be a source of healing, kindness, and compassion for all beings. The moment to let your intention come back into your heart, into your mind's eye. Maybe take a moment to set an intention for the rest of your day. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay lying if you are able to. You can make your way up to a comfortable seat. Okay, take a few moments for yourself here. Thank you so much for being here. Namaste.